All right, what's up, y'all? So, got some photos out here. These are photos that I printed both on the Canon Pro 1000 and the Pro 200, and just wanted to take some time, just go through them. I mean, these things never really see the light of day, so figured why not. Go ahead and start. Mainly, I got these 4x6 frames, and I also have these. What size is this again? 6x8, I believe. I could be completely wrong. And then the rest are just letter size or whatever. So we'll start with the smallest. And not all these are signed and dated. It just depends on how I felt that day, I guess. But I think eventually I'll sign and date all of these. But this is my first car, Mazda Miata Club 2013 model. Love this thing so much. Is what got me into sports cars, really. Second one is, yeah, this one is signed. Okay. Second one was a BMW Z4. Not my favorite car, but it was a cool vehicle, I guess. It's cool. It was a cool vehicle. We'll just leave it at that. Next was a Jeep Wrangler Sahara Unlimited. This was a 2015 model. And I remember going by a dealership, I was like, okay, I'll just get the base model one without all the wheels and anything like that. And then they said, hey, we got a better deal on this one. It's modified. And, well, yeah, of course, got a better deal on it. It's modified. But cool car. Got me in the Jeep. This would not be the last time I drove a Wrangler. Next is a 2015 Mazda Miata Club Edition. This one had the hardtop, and this one I modified. And this is me with my dad on Tail the Dragon. Next was a Mini Cooper 2019. Had this car for a good while. And yeah, really just nice all-around car. The hatchback was so nice to have. The only thing about the Mini Coopers is that, at least in my area, North Georgia area, there are very few Mini dealerships just overall. So getting these things worked on was like an all-day ordeal. And then another all-day ordeal just to get it back. So, and I also had a transmission failure, and luckily we were able to get it fixed before selling it. Next, what year was this thing? 2020, I think this was a 23. Yeah, it was a Wrangler Sport S. And yeah, second Wrangler. It was also an unlimited model, and I loved this thing, honestly. It was so improved from the JK. It just felt like a nice SUV that you can take all the doors and stuff off of and everything like that. It was a lot of fun, and you can even see I was at cabins on this thing maybe multiple times a month. I really liked this car. But from there, we go to our current guy, the 2023 Toyota GR86. Absolutely in love with this car. Again, this is me on the Dragon, this time solo. My dad's fine. But yeah, I just took a solo trip up there to the mountains and just hung out, and this thing handled beautifully. It was absolutely amazing. The only thing I would do to it is put maybe slightly better tires on it, because as you can tell, this is the base model and not the premium model or whatever. So it doesn't have the better tires, but I'm kind of happy that it has the tire setup that it does have as far as size goes. Yeah, they could be a little bit more grippy, but I mean, I don't really care. It's still an amazing car. And we'll talk about all that in the upcoming GR86 review, which I promise I'll finish hopefully by this month. We'll see. This is a self-portrait at Cloudland Canyon Park in North Georgia. And this sweater was pretty cool. This sweater was made by Vati Vidya, the design and everything. And this is when... You probably see me wear this hoodie a lot, but I've worn it out so bad that the Millennia on the back of it is just completely gone. And it's also a limited edition one too. So yeah, maybe not a lot of people will be happy about that, but I got it recorded in history that it once had the broken Millennia graphic on the back of it. So that's something. Next is sort of kind of self-portrait of me doing some crazy skateboard trick. This is actually recorded on a GoPro. And what I would do, I would take frames out of the GoPro and put them through an editor and all that stuff, and yeah, make these unique looking shots with them. So those were a lot of fun. This was the first Aston Martin Superleggera I saw. This is when I was really back into all the photography and all that stuff. So I was getting some unique shots like this and whatnot. Really cool car, lots of cool detail. You can see all the grain in the paint and everything. The Pro 1000 did a really good job when it came to details and stuff like this. This was at a Caffeine and Octane back when it was at Perimeter Mall, and it's a Lamborghini Diablo. That's really it, but it's a cool pic of a Diablo. It's a picture of my degree. This is also on film. I think this is where we get into the film segment and stuff. So these film shots, none of them were printed by me. They were printed by a shop that I just said, hey, you know what? Go ahead and print these out or whatever. Honestly, I think my prints are better. But I did eventually edit these. Just I wanted to print them out as they came out of the camera. So that's why you'll see most of a green hue on these. But the camera itself works perfectly fine. The camera itself is really good, actually. And I've gotten some amazing shots out of it that aren't green tint. I can edit them and make them look more like normal photos and whatnot, but they just have that they have that vibe to them. Clearing another Diablo that was out of focus. All right, back to normal photos. I can't remember what Porsche this is, but it's a pretty rare Porsche. Pretty cool. Again, at a Caffeine and Octane event that was back at Perimeter Mall. This is Lake Altoona, taken on my iPhone 14 at the time. And the 14 has some really nice photos, actually. Another one taken off the iPhone 14 at Lake Altoona. This time with my hammock. Just a lot of really good detail, honestly. This is kind of an incredible photo for coming out of even an iPhone, to be honest, at 12 megapixel at the time. This is a long exposure at Amicalola Falls, again in North Georgia. You can tell it's a long exposure because the water looks so silky, like it's just streaks of water. And I didn't have an ND filter. If I had an ND filter, it would look even better. Same kind of shot that you see up here. Actually, taken at the same place too. Maybe on the same day. This is at Kennesaw Mountain Park back in 21. Just a picture of a tree trunk. A dead tree trunk. But it had some cool details on it, so I took a picture of it. One of my skateboards taken at Noonan Skate Park. Let's see, Amicalola Falls, at the top of the falls, so at the bottom right here you can see the top of the falls is where all the water falls down and everything. Cool shot. Did I take this on a camera or my phone? I can't remember. Let's see, Kennesaw Mountain, just on the trail, saw the trail, saw some rocks, saw the colors, and I was like, yeah, it looks pretty cool. Horizon in the background. Pretty good image. This is taken on a camera, I believe. Another one, same place, taken on the camera. Pretty cool looking. On a matte paper, too. Let's see, where was this at? Brasstown Bald. And when you're hiking up Brasstown Bald, you can cross the road, and you get this backdrop of all these mountains in the back. It's so nice looking. Let's see. Blue Ridge? Downtown Blue Ridge? And one of the plants that they had over there. I was about to get some food, and I just saw this plant. I was like, oh, that looks cool. Let me do a macro shot. Yeah, I had my macro lens on at this time, so I was getting some macro shots. I might have more in here. This is Brasstown Bald, one of my favorites. You got the sun right here. It's a bit overexposed right here, but this is a... what was this? Was this a long exposure? No, it can't be a long exposure. I think this is an HDR. Yeah, it's an HDR. So I took 3 separate shots at 3 separate exposures and combined them all together. So really, this is a super high quality image that I should have printed out on a larger sheet so you can appreciate that. But yeah, it just came out really cool, and I like the whole composition of it. Yeah, the sun's a bit overexposed, but I mean, what can you do about it? The Venice Beach Skate Park back in 22. A bucket list item for me. I was so happy to finally skate this park, and I skated it well too. I still got videos and stuff of it. I might post some sometime. I don't know. But beautiful park. If you ever get a chance to go there, please just check it out. Skate it. The people are awesome. And yeah, that's Venice Beach. One of my favorite photos right here. Back in the film series, this is of the GR, around the time when I first got it. You can see it's kind of dirty. I did not want them to clean the car. This is before I even cleaned the car for the first time. It's got one there, got one at the old place. And I didn't print these, so this is not with my printer. These GR86 photos from the film. Not all the best. This is the first time I used a film camera. So, and I was using a, no, I had that thing on there that pretty much locked the aperture wide open no matter what I did, and I never disabled it, so that's why all of these look like they were overexposed. But surprisingly, I was able to, when I was actually editing these and making them look more like a modern photo, there was a lot more information there than I thought, so I was able to save a lot of the detail, especially in the highlights area. Caffeine and Octane out of focus because I wasn't good at focusing with this camera. It's a really good camera, I promise you. I was just a film camera noob. Of course, your Cafe Hot Chocolates, which you all are very used to seeing on this channel probably. Mini Coupe with the Union Jack taillights. That was always a really cool touch. And then just part of my GameCube collection. Wind Waker, Collector's Edition, Sonic Gems, Sonic DX, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Mega Collection, and below that is Super Mario Sunshine, and what's missing? Twilight Princess. Alright, so that is all the 4x6 photos. Moving on to the 6x8 or 6x10. I think they're 6x10. This first photo right here was taken at a Festivals of Speed in Avalon, and it is my #1 favorite photo of all time. I call it Skittles, just because of the colors and everything. But I don't know what it is about this image. I just love the composition so much. I love the colors so much, and the cars. It's all different generations of Porsche, and they just contrast so nicely. And also on top of that, this is one of the most beautiful car shows you can go to. If you ever get a chance to go to Festivals of Speed Avalon, please go. It is an incredible experience. You'll love it. But yeah, #1 favorite photo. Never ever getting rid of this. Next is a Lego Porsche. I got the Lego Porsche sitting over there on the cabinet. But yeah, this is a pretty cool photo. I took at the old room at the old house. Pretty cool contrast, just a dark black background. It's not colored black either. It's actually that dark. So that's why I printed it out on glossy and everything. It looks really nice. Another self-portrait taken from an iPhone video. iPhone 15, no, not 15, iPhone 14 likely. And not the best colors or anything like that. This may have looked better as a black and white, or maybe with some more vibrancy, but it's a photo I printed, whatnot. One of the older ones in my collection. This was a while back, I think 2021. Let me see if I got it on the back. Wow, 2020. October 26, 2020. Wow, it's a miracle even we're at the track that day. Yeah, Ferrari. This one's a pretty special one. This is my first skateboard. And did I date this one accurately? No, I didn't. Oh, I did. Board #1. February the 25th, 2015. My first board. Like the first time I ever set foot on a skateboard / longboard, whatever. This was that picture. And then from that same event that you saw the Ferrari at. Yeah, it's a Ferrari. All right, those are the 6x10s. Now for the letter. So back again to Emma Kalola, and this is a long exposure image. That's why all of the water appears as streaks and whatnot, that shutters open for a long period of time, and anything in motion will appear as these streaks. And like I said, if I had a ND filter at the time, I could probably get even better results than this, make it look even more dreamy. Porsche GT3 at a caffeine and octane event. I'm not sure which one, but this one just has really nice quality to it. If you look at it really closely, you can see the Porsche. You can read out Porsche on the headlights perfectly clear. Just a really nice quality image. This one's really special. This is the first Dodge Demon in Georgia. And this is right when it came out, 2018. So, first one I've seen in person, first one in Georgia. And really important, this is my first print with a Canon Pro printer. Well, really my first print of a photo of professional quality ever. So this is a very special image to me because it's the first image I ever printed. And it's the first image I ever edited for print as well. So it's a really cool image. I need to frame this, honestly, because it's really nice. This is also another one I need to frame. Again, back when I was really doing photography a lot, I was getting these speed look shots where you track it, and the camera that I'm filming on right now is not the best at tracking. So to get a shot like this is a pretty big deal. And yeah, I had a lot of fun editing this one. It just a really awesome image during a Petit Le Mans endurance race event. But yeah, really, really like this image. So this is a over-engineered photo of my old Mini Cooper. What makes this one interesting, I was testing out just how much quality I could pack into one image. So this is not just one image. This is a panorama. And so when you make a real panorama, you're taking verticals and you're kind of stacking them side by side. So I'm taking a shot here, and a shot here. I probably took 5 shots to make this. And then I stitched them all together in Photoshop. It's like a 20,000 pixel image or whatever. It's a lot. It's a really huge image. I just wanted to see if I could tell a difference. And to be honest, not really. If I looked at it really, really close, then maybe, but I don't really see a difference. But I don't even know why I'm keeping this, but I'm just keeping it. Lego Chiron. This thing took me over a week to build, and I got it sitting right by the Porsche. This thing is awesome. I just had it outside one day, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to put it out here, take a couple of images of it. You might see another image of it in here, but yeah, really cool image of what I think is one of the best Lego Technic vehicles ever. Really changed the game, in my opinion. This is that same image y'all actually saw on the, I think the 6x10, but edited with, I think I used Pixelmator and PixArt in combination to make this. And yeah, I got some really unique kind of lines here. And yeah, I need to make more images like this. These were a lot of fun to make. Yeah, got that. And then, yeah, all the rest should be the recent ones I took from San Diego. So what's cool about this is a Sunset Cliff in San Diego. I took this on my iPhone 15, and I made sure to shoot them at 48 megapixels because I knew I was going to print it out, and it was well worth shooting at 48 for this reason specifically. You see a lot of detail in the water, in the trees. Even though they're at a distance, you still see a ton of detail. And this isn't even in RAW. This is in the JPEG 48 megapixel. So not even the raw 48 I can't talk. 48 megapixel, whatever. Yeah, really awesome colors and everything. Detail in the shadows and all that. It's really quite nice. And this is a panorama. And this is from that video where I said, okay, the panoramas that come out of the iPhone 15 Pro are not really that good of quality panoramas. And if you were to really look close at this, you'll be able to tell that. But I got the shot, and the shot looks good, so that's all that matters, right? And then my favorite image from that trip, because there's just endless detail around the entire frame. There's something to look at every single part of the frame. These are the images that photographers really go for, I feel, that they should go for. Just, you can't stop looking at it, basically. And then the sunset, of course. But yeah, that is that's my my entire print collection. And I have another video on the 13 by 19 images that I also printed out. So yeah, that's really it. Thank you all for watching, sitting through all this. I hope this was nice and chill and calming from all the other videos I post and whatnot. And yeah, appreciate you all being here. Anyway, that's all for now. So yeah, thank y'all. All right, bye.